Hey everybody, Dave here with another Pathfinder rule reminder for you. In today's video, we're going to follow up on my video from last week that was all about critical successes and critical damage and how that works by taking a look at one of the weapon traits that interacts with criticals, and that is the fatal trait. So one of the key points to remember about doubling damage from a critical hit is that the rule of thumb says you take any damage that would normally occur on a regular hit and you double it, and any damage or any effects that would only occur in the event of a critical only apply one time. And the fatal trait is one of the traits that interacts with that. So let's just first take a look at what the trait says. The fatal trait includes a die size. On a critical hit, the weapon's damage die increases to that die size instead of the normal die size, and the weapon adds one additional damage die of the listed size. So the question that often comes up is, does this basically mean we're tripling our damage on a critical success? Because we are doubling that damage die after it's been increased, and then adding one more damage die at the end for basically 3 damage dice being rolled on that critical success. And the answer to this is basically yes, although the math doesn't work out quite as cleanly as saying a quote-unquote triple damage. But let's just take a look at step by step what this means. So first of all, if we take a common weapon that has the fatal trait, we look at a pick. A pick normally does 1d6 piercing damage. Its damage die size is d6, but it has the fatal d10 trait, which means on a critical hit, we don't roll d6s for the damage, we roll d10s instead, and we add a d10 at the end. So if you were to make a regular hit with a pick, not a critical, just a regular, it would be 1d6 damage plus your strength modifier. If you scored a critical hit with a pick, that's going to change the size of the weapon die from 1d6 to 1d10. Because it is a critical hit and the weapon die is always doubled on that critical hit, then we have 1d10 plus your strength modifier times 2, and then on top of that, the fatal trait says add an additional damage die. That's going to make it plus an additional 1d10. So it would be 1d10 plus strength times 2 plus another 1d10. So then the next question that often comes up is, what about our weapons that have potency runes to them, like a striking rune that adds damage dice? Well, the fatal trait changes the size of the weapon's damage die, and that's going to include any additional dice that are applied by having a striking rune or a greater striking rune, or any other ability or effect that modifies the number of damage dice that are rolled. So in the case of like a +1 striking pick, if you do a normal hit, that's going to deal 2d6 plus your strength modifier damage. A critical hit with a +1 striking pick is going to deal 2d10 plus strength modifier times 2, because that's all the normal damage. That's your weapon die, your strength always occurs on a regular hit, that gets doubled. And then at the end of that, you add an additional 1d10 damage. If you have any questions about this, please leave those in the comments below. As usual, I will leave links in the description of this video for all of my other videos that are related to this topic. And I just want to take a quick moment to say thank you to everybody out there who supports me in this channel, whether that be by liking these videos, subscribing to the channel, subscribing to the Patreon, buying a super thanks. It all adds up, and I greatly appreciate everything you folks do to support me. With that, thanks for watching, take care, and happy gaming.